Why Asterisk? Welcome back to Prime Review USA, where today we're diving into the colossal legend of farming machinery, the Big Bud 747. This is not just a tractor. It's a piece of mechanical history that holds the title of the world's largest farm tractor. And when we say large, we mean jaw-droppingly massive. Built in 1977 by Northern Manufacturing Company in Havre, Montana. The Big Bud 747 was custom-made for the Rossi brothers, a pair of cotton farmers in California who needed something with unparalleled pulling power. What they got was a beast weighing over 100,000 pounds when fully ballasted, standing 14 feet tall, 20 feet wide, and stretching out over 28 feet long. Asterisk under the hood, or rather, beneath its massive frame sits a 16-cylinder Detroit diesel engine that delivers a staggering 1,100 horsepower. That kind of power is rare in any agricultural equipment, and back in the late 70s, it was unheard of. The Big Bud's torque and strength allow it to pull implements over 100 feet wide, making it ideal for deep ripping and heavy tillage work across huge fields. This isn't a tractor for your average farm. This machine was made for thousands of acres of intense agriculture. Its fuel capacity is also legendary, with tanks that hold up to 1,000 gallons of diesel. It guzzles fuel like a freight train. But that's the cost of moving mountains in the field. Asterisk, the Big Bud 747's tires are another point of awe. It runs on 8 colossal 8-foot-tall tires, originally custom-made by United Tire Company of Canada. These were so large that, for years after, when Big Bud changed owners, it became increasingly difficult to find suitable replacements, eventually leading Goodyear to custom-build new ones when the tractor was restored. Yes, you heard restored. After years of heavy-duty work, Big Bud was retired and later fully restored to operational condition in Montana. Today's more of a working museum piece. Occasionally brought out for shows and special demonstrations, Asterisk, one of the most interesting aspects of the Big Bud 747 is how simple yet durable its design is. It was built in an era where rugged, no-nonsense engineering was the priority. No computer controls, no electronics, just raw steel and hydraulic muscle. That simplicity made it reliable and relatively easy to maintain despite its size. Farmers and enthusiasts who've worked on it say it's surprisingly approachable once you get over the sheer scale of it. And though it might look like something from a science fiction film, it's a fully functional, purpose-driven piece of equipment. Asterisk over the decades, Big Bud 747 changed hands several times, spending most of its life on massive farms in Montana and California before being restored and returned to its birthplace. The Williams brothers of Montana, its most recent prominent owners, used it on their 12,000-acre farm, pairing it with a custom-built 80-foot cultivator. Seeing this machine in action is nothing short of breathtaking. The way it effortlessly pulls through heavy soil, flattening everything in its wake, makes it easy to see why this machine became a legend. Asterisk, in a world increasingly dominated by automation and digital controls, the Big Bud 747 is a refreshing reminder of the brute force engineering that once defined American agriculture. It's not the most modern tractor on the field, but it's a symbol of strength and endurance. Even though modern tractors from brands like John Deere, Case IH, and New Holland have caught up in terms of horsepower with multiple engines and smart tech, none of them have matched the sheer physical dominance that Big Bud brings to the table. Asterisk, there's a kind of mythos around Big Bud now. Kids grow up seeing pictures of it in textbooks, scale models are sold to collectors, and whenever it shows up at farm shows, crowds gather. It's been featured in documentaries, news specials, and has become something of a cultural icon among farming communities. People drive hundreds of miles just to see it start up. And when it does, the ground shakes a little and the air fills. With the deep growl of those 16 cylinders firing in unison, asterisk for many, the Big Bud 747 isn't just a tractor. It's a symbol of a time when American manufacturing dared to push the limits. It's a record holder, a workhorse, and a monument all rolled into one. Whether you're into farming equipment or just fascinated by mechanical giants, Big Bud 747 is one of those machines that leaves a lasting impression. Asterisk, if you've never seen it in person, it's something worth adding to your bucket list. And if you're into farm machinery, it's a crown jewel. Thanks for watching today's review on Prime Review USA. If you enjoyed learning about the Big Bud 747 and want more deep dives into legendary machines, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, keep your engines running and your curiosity strong. Why Asterisk? Welcome back to Prime Review USA, where today we're diving into the colossal legend of farming machinery, the Big Bud 747. This is not just a tractor. It's a piece of mechanical history that holds the title of the world's largest farm tractor. And when we say large, we mean jaw-droppingly massive, built in 1977 by Northern Manufacturing Company in Havre, Montana. The Big Bud 747 was custom-made for the Rossi brothers, a pair of cotton farmers in California who needed something with unparalleled pulling power. What they got was a beast weighing over 100,000 pounds when fully ballasted, standing 14 feet tall, 20 feet wide, and stretching out over 28